Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to second PU online classes. Already you are all completed first year. Now we are doing online classes for second PU. In second PU, in mathematics subject, there are 13 chapters are there. 13 chapters. 13 chapters are there. So first chapter is relations and functions. Relations and functions. Second chapter is inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. Third chapter is matrices. Fourth chapter is determinants. Fifth chapter is continuity and differentiability. Sixth chapter is applications of derivatives. Applications of derivatives. So this is actually in second PU there are two volumes, that means two textbooks is there, part 1 and part 2. Okay, these are all these 6 chapters is belongs to part 1 textbook. First chapter is relations and functions. Second chapter is inverse trigonometric functions. Third chapter is matrices. Fourth chapter is determinants. Fifth chapter is continuity and differentiability. Sixth chapter is applications of derivatives. Next, second textbook. In second textbook, chapter number 7, integration. Integration or integrals. Next, 8th chapter is applications of integrals. Applications of integrals. Next, 9th chapter is differential equations. Differential equations. Next, 10th chapter is vectors. 10th chapter is vectors. Next, 11th chapter is 3D geometry. 3D geometry. 12th chapter is linear programming problem. 13th chapter is probability. Dear children, in first textbook you will learn these 6 chapters. In second textbook you will learn remaining 7 chapters. So what you learned in first PUC, relations and functions, continued with second PU, relations and functions. What you learned in first PU trigonometry, that trigonometry continuation is inverse trigonometry. Already you discussed, you learned trigonometric functions, trigonometric equations and trigonometric ratios, compound angles, halid angles, etc. That will continue inverse trigonometry. Here inverse trigonometry means, suppose sin x, you know sin x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x and cot x. That inverse should be sin inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cosecant inverse x, secant inverse x. So that functions you will learn in second PU in the chapter inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so these two chapters are will divide. One part is functions part. In functions part is relations and functions and inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, next matrices and determinants. These two chapters are so linked to one to another. This is new topics for you, matrices and determinants. Matrices means just a rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions. Okay, so this is the matrix. So this is the matrix. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the matrix. Okay, suppose this matrix extension of this matrix is determinants. Okay, so these two chapters are linked together. These two chapters is one linking. These two chapters are one linking. Okay, so now next, continuity and differentiability. So this part, continuity and differentiability, applications of derivatives, integration, applications of integrals, differential equations. These 5 chapters we can call one part, that is calculus part. Okay, so this part is calculus. So calculus part contains 5 chapters. First chapter is continuity and differentiability. Second chapter is applications of derivatives. Third chapter is integration or integrals. So next chapter is applications of integrals. Next chapter is differential equations. Next, vectors and 3D geometry. These two chapters are linking. Okay, so vectors and 3D geometry is linked. Okay, so now continuity and differentiability chapter is already you learnt in first PU, limits and derivatives. That limits and derivatives continuation chapter is continuity and differentiability. So in the first PU you studied what is meant by limit, what are the types of limits, what is meant by differentiability, what is meant by differentiation. So what is the differentiation of sin x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x, and differentiation of general functions. So extension of derivatives, extension of limits and derivatives chapter is continuity and differentiability. Okay, so and then this differentiability applications is next chapter. Okay, application of derivatives. Already we know differentiation means, okay, for example, while driving of a car, so we'll calculate the speed of the car. Okay, so using calculus only we have to calculate the speed of the car. Okay, there we have to apply differentiation. In such applications, such type of applications we will discuss in this chapter, that is applications of derivatives. Next, so next chapter is actually in calculus we can divide it into 2 types. One is differential calculus. Another one is integral calculus. So one is differential calculus, another one is integral calculus. Differential calculus contains 2 chapters, that is continuity and differentiability, applications of derivatives. Integral calculus contains 3 chapters, that is integration, applications of integrals, differential equations. These 3 chapters contains under the part integral calculus. Actually these 5 chapters are there, no, these 5 chapters are calculus part. In calculus part we can divide it into 2 parts. One is differential calculus, another one is integral calculus. In differential calculus 2 chapters, integral calculus 3 chapters. Okay, so now 28 differentiability introduction is over, applications of derivatives introduction is also over. Next, integration. So this is new topic for you. Okay, integration means by using differentiation, by using differentiation we will reverse the differentiating term, you will get integral term. So now already you know, trigonometry. What are the trigonometric functions? Sin x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x. That inverse is what? Sin inverse x, sin inverse x, cos inverse x. So these are the inverse trigonometric functions. Similarly, you already you know differentiation. That reverse process of differentiation is there, no, that is called integration. So what is the use of this integration? So differentiation means, you know already, to finding the slope of the tangent is called differentiation. To finding the slope of the tangent, and again to finding the speed of the one vehicle. Okay, so it has so many examples, but mainly integration use is to find the area and volume of the curve. Dear children, you keep in the mind. So here just in differentiation we can find the only slope of the tangent of the curve, I am telling, but it has so many applications. In geometry I am telling finding the slope of the tangent of the curve, but in integration to find the to find the area and volume of the curve. For example, so what this is what circle, you know area of a circle. Okay, so and again this is what rectangle, you know area of a rectangle and volume of a rectangle. So and again this is what parabola. Okay, so actually in first year this is deleted syllabus, but in second year will come. So this is parabola. What is the area of the parabola? You don't know area of the parabola, there is no formula. So area of a circle means you will tell pi r square r. Area of a rectangle means you will tell, so length into breadth. Okay, what is the area of this parabola? You don't know. By using integration we can find area and volume of this type of curves, parabola. Next, this is called ellipse. Okay, so what is the area of a, this is not a circle, this is elliptical shape, this is called ellipse. What is the area of this ellipse? What is the volume of this ellipse? Okay, to finding the area and volume of this type of curves is called integration. Okay, integration. So actually next continuation chapter of integration is applications of integrals. Applications of integrals. Applications of integrals, already we know applications of derivatives. Derivatives we will discuss. Derivative applications is application of derivatives. Here integral applications we will discuss. Mainly this one only, to find the area and volume of the different types of curves. in this chapter you will discuss area and volume of the different types of curves. Okay, next, differential equations. Differential equations. You know linear equation, you know trigonometric equation, you know logarithmic equation, you know exponential equation. What is this differential equation? What is differential? Differential means d by dx. This is called differential. So this dy by dx is there. This is derivative. Differential equation means an equation contains derivatives. Okay. So what is linear equation means? You know that is x square plus 1 is equal to 0. This is called equation, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is linear equation. Quadratic equation means you know x square plus 1 is equal to 0. This is quadratic equation. Here differential equation means d by dx. Derivative means dy by dx. An equation contains derivatives. What is that? Show me one example, sir. For example, differential equation is d square y by dx square plus dy by dx plus 3y is equal to 0. This is called differential equation. So differential equation, this equation contains what? Derivatives. This equation contains derivatives is called differential equation. Okay, so such type of concepts you will discuss in the chapter differential equations. Okay, next, I think all of it clear. What is the calculus part? These 5 chapters are calculus part. Continuity and differentiability, applications of derivatives, integration, applications of integrals, differential equations. Next, vectors and 3D geometry. These chapters are familiar for you only. In first PU, you know the 3D geometry, that extension, okay, extension, you know actants, you know section formula, okay. So that will be here mainly vectors and 3D geometry. Up to SSLC you learnt only 2-dimension axis. This is the 2-dimension axis, x axis, y axis, okay. So x axis, y axis. But in second PU you will learn 3-dimension axis. So 3-dimension axis, this is the 3-dimension axis, okay. X axis, y axis, z axis, okay. So x axis, y axis, z axis, okay. Actually, so this is the x axis, this is the y axis, this is the z axis. Here will come actants, will come first actant, second actant, third actant, fourth actant, fifth actant, sixth actant, and here inside one actant, outside in one actant, totally 8 actants will come, okay. But this one you will write in short, okay. X axis, y axis, z axis. This is 3-dimension axis, okay. This using 3-dimension axis, this 3-dimension axis different concepts you will discuss under the chapter vectors and 3D geometry. Vectors and 3D geometry. Next chapter is LPP. This is very small chapter, okay. LPP means here linear programming problem. In first PU, already you learnt linear inequalities. That linear inequalities extension is linear programming problem. There you learnt only two axes. I mean two terms. Two terms. Two equation terms. Here two equations term also will come. Three equation term also will come. Okay, that linear inequalities extension is linear programming problem. Next, last chapter is probability. Okay, probability means already you know occurring number of occurring chances. Number of occurring chances is nothing but probability. For example, I will toss a coin. You will get head or tail. There are two probabilities. Either head will come or tail will come. So I mean head and tail will not come at a time. Either head will come or tail will come. Okay. So I mean that is chances. Suppose tomorrow I will go to Bangalore. That is chances. I will go or maybe or may not be. In future days, I will become a CM. I will become a PM. That is chances. Okay. So it is possible. I mean it may be or may not be. Okay, that chances is there. No, that is nothing but probability. So in first piece also you learned probability. What is meant by probability? What are the events and what are the different types of events? Those things also already learned in first PUC. That extension. Okay, that enlarge probability is there. No, in second piece you learned that enlarge, that extension of probability. So these are the introduction of all chapters. Okay, dear children, don't confuse relations and functions, inverse denominator functions, part is functions, matrices and determinants is this one we can call as algebra. Okay, this one we can call as algebra, matrices and determinants. Next, calculus, what is continuity and differentiability, applications of derivatives, integration, application of integrals. Next, differential equations. These 5 chapters are calculus. Okay, so vectors and 3D geometry, these 2 chapters are linked with together. Okay, next separately LPP and probability. So this is the introduction of second PU mathematics. First textbook, first 6 chapters, second textbook, so remaining 7 chapters. Total 13 chapters are there. Now, dear children, now what is the blueprint of these all chapters? I will discuss what is the blueprint of so all chapters of second PU mathematics. Relations and functions, 11 marks chapter, 11 marks. In 11 marks is 1 mark question, 1 question will come. 2 mark question 1. This is marks. This is question. Okay, are you clear? This is marks. This power is there, no? 1 to the power of 1 means 1, 2 to the power of 2 means 4 not. Okay, this is marks. This is questions. Okay, 1 mark question 1 will come, 2 mark question 1 will come, next 3 mark question 1 will come, 5 mark question 1. Okay, total 11 marks question, 11 marks chapter. Relations and function is 11 marks chapter. It is very easy topic. So already you learnt in first PU what is meant by relation, what is meant by function. So what are the types of relation, what are the types of function. So what are the types of relations, types of functions you learnt in second PU. Okay. Next, inverse trigonometry chapter. Inverse trigonometry chapter is 8 marks. Okay, 8 marks chapter. So I mean here in relations and functions has 4 exercises. 4 exercises is there. Okay, so inverse trigonometry functions 2 exercises is there. That is 2.1 and 2.2. Okay, inverse trigonometry function is, that is 1 mark question. 1 mark question is 1. 2 mark question is 2. 3 mark question is 1. Total 8 marks chapter. Okay, so here 2 exercises is there. Here 4 exercises is there. Next, matrices. So matrices is 1 mark question 1 will come. Here there is, I mean here there is no 2 mark question. 3 mark question 1 will come. 5 mark question 1 will come. Total 9 marks. Okay, in matrices there is no 2 mark question. There is a 3 mark question is there. 1 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1, total 9 marks question. Okay, so here also 4 exercises is there. 4 exercises. Okay, so in matrices also 4 exercises is there. Next, determinants. Determinants is 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 1, next 5 mark question 1, next 4 mark question 1. Here there is no 3 mark question. Okay, in determinants chapter there is no 3 mark question. Okay, I mean 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, total 12 mark question. Here 6 exercises is there. 6 exercise. Next, so all of it clear? In relations functions 11 marks, 1 marks 1, 2 marks 1, 3 marks 1, 5 marks 1. Inverse trigonometric functions is 8 marks chapter, 1 marks 1, 2 marks 2, 3 marks 1. 2 exercises. So I mean 2 exercises. And in second BC we will discuss all miscellaneous examples and all miscellaneous exercises. Okay. In matrices 1 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1. In determinants 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1, 4 mark question 1. Okay. Next, continuity and differentiability. This is 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2, 5 mark question 1, 4 mark question 1. Okay, so I mean 4, 10, totally 20 marks. 4, 6, 10, 15, 19, 20 marks chapter. 20 marks chapter. Okay, so in differentiability 8 exercises is there. 8 exercises. Okay, in continuity and differentiability 20 marks chapter. So 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2, 5 mark question 1, 4 mark question 1, 8 exercises is there. Next, applications of derivatives 10 marks chapter. 10 marks. Okay, that is there is no here 1 mark question, 2 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1, 5 exercises chapter. 5 exercises. Okay, so here there is no 1 mark question in this chapter. Next, integration. In integration 22 marks chapter. 22 marks. Okay, this big chapter 22 marks. Okay, so it contains 11 exercises. 11 exercises. Okay, so here 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2, 5 mark question 1, 6 mark question 1. Okay. So here 22 marks, that is 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2, 5 mark question 1, 6 marks question 1. Okay. So applications of integers. So it is only 8 marks chapter, small chapters. Okay. So I mean here 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1. It contains only 2 exercises. Okay. Next, differential equations. This is also 10 marks chapter. 10 marks chapter. 2 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1. So here it contains 6 exercises. Here there is no 1 mark question. In differential equations there is no 1 mark question. In applications of integrals also there is no 1 mark question. In application of derivatives also there is no 1 mark question. Next, vectors. Vectors is 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2. Okay, 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 2, 3 mark question 2. Okay, I mean, so totally 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11 marks chapter. It contains 5 exercises. Okay, 5 exercises. Vector chapter is 11 marks question, 11 marks chapter, so 5 exercises. Next, come to Next, come to 3D geometry. 3D geometry. 3D geometry. So this is 11 marks. 1 marks 1, 2 marks 1, 5 marks 1. One marks 1, 2 marks 1, 3 marks 1, 5 marks 1. Total 11 marks. Okay, 11 marks chapter. So here it contains 3 exercises. It contains only 3 exercises. Next, linear programming problem. It is very small chapter, 7 marks. In 7 marks, 1 mark question 1, 6 mark question 1. This 6 mark question contains graph. That graph should be 6 marks. It contains only 2 exercises. Next, probability. Probability. So this is 11 marks package. 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1. Okay, so 11 marks chapter, 1 mark question 1, 2 mark question 1, 3 mark question 1, 5 mark question 1. So total number of exercises is 5 exercises is there. Okay, so this is the blueprint of all chapters. I think all of it clear. Second PU mathematics, you have to concentrate. Second PU mathematics. Okay, so it is very easy when you will practice. Okay, second PU mathematics is easy only when you will practice well. You keep in the mind. So I mean, you will not practice means it becomes difficult. Okay, so don't compare with first PU mathematics. First PU mathematics is different, second PU mathematics is different. Okay, so actually compared to second PU mathematics, first PU mathematics is easy. But second PU mathematics also easy when means when you practice well. You will not practice means it becomes difficult. Okay, so this is the introduction of second PU mathematics and blueprint of all chapters. Next, I'll start matrices chapter. Okay, first we will finish these 2 chapters, matrices and determinants. Matrices and determinant chapter, and then we will go for calculus part. Okay, I think all of it clear. So next we will discuss matrices chapter. So this is algebra, matrices and determinants. These two chapters belongs under the part of algebra. So here matrices means it is rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions is called matrices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is called matrices. This rectangular arrangement can be denoted capital alphabets. English capital alphabets. This is called matrix. Okay, so matrices means rectangular array of elements, rectangular array of elements or functions is called matrix. Okay, dear children, rectangular array, this is called rectangular. Okay, array means arrangement of elements or functions is called matrix. In matrix, horizontal lines, these are the horizontal lines. Okay, the horizontal elements, these horizontal lines of elements is called row. Okay, so this is called row, this is first row, this is second row, this is third row. Okay, horizontal lines of elements is called row. Next, vertical lines. So horizontal line, this is 1, 2, 3 is horizontal line. This is called first row. This is called second row. This is called third row. Okay, so here vertical lines of elements. Vertical lines of elements are column. This is first column, second column, third column. Okay, so vertical lines of elements are called column. So horizontal lines of elements is called row. Vertical lines of elements is called column. Okay, so what is meant by matrix? Rectangular array of elements or functions. So what is that functions? Can you give one example, sir? You having doubt now? Yes. B is equal to sin x, cos x, secant x, cosecant x. These are the functions. These are the trigonometry functions. Not only trigonometry functions, exponential function also will come here. Logarithmic function also will come here. Okay, any function. That function must be rectangular array. Okay, that is called a matrix. Okay, so here, what is the first row elements? 1, 2, 3. What is the second row elements? 4, 5, 6. What is the third row elements? 7, 8, 9. What is the first column of elements? 1, 4, 7. What is the second column of elements? 2, 5, 8. What is the third column of elements? 3, 6, 9. I think all of it clear. So what is mean by matrix? Rectangular array of elements or functions is called matrix. So horizontal lines of elements is there? No, this is called row. Vertical lines of elements is there? No, this is called column. Okay, so and again remaining types of matrices, order of a matrix and construction of matrix you will discuss in next session. Okay, today I am concluding the class. Okay, so please all of you watch this video and then you have to write the notes. While watching the video only you have to write the notes. We will separately send the notes in that addition. So while watching the video you have to write the notes. Okay, thank you one and all.